Hello, welcome. My name is Giselle Nichols. We are university students at Laika Loyal Faro. We're in the 8th level of English career. Today, we are going to be speaking about the ethical principles for the professional educators, which we learn in professional ethics with the professor Leader. As an introduction, we are going to present the 4 principles for discussing today. The first principle is ethical conduct toward students. The second is ethical conduct toward practice and performance. The number 3 is ethical conduct toward colleagues. And the number 4 is ethical conduct toward parents and community. Now we are going to be the opportunity for receiving an explanation about the first principle from Carmita Bermejo.
Okay, thank you, Giselle. The professional educator accepts personal responsibility for teaching student character qualities that we help them evaluate the consequence of and set the responsibility for their action and choice. We strongly affirm parents as the primary moral educator of their children. We believe all educators are obligated to help foster civic virtues such as integrity, diligence, responsibility, cooperation, loyalty, fidelity, and respect for the law, for the human life of the other, and for self. The professional educator, in accepting his or her position of public trust, measures such not only by the progress of each student toward relation for his or her personal potential, but also as citizen of the greater community of the Republic. The number 1 is for example, the professional educator deals considerity and justice with each student and seek the resolve problems including discipline according to the law and school policy. The professional educator does not intentionally expose the students. The professional educator does not reveal confidential information concerning students unless required by law. And make a constructive effort to protect the student from the condition to detrimental to learning health.
Thank you, Carmita. After this explanation, we have a new and clear idea about the first ethical principle. It's time for listening the point number 2, ethical conduct toward practice and performance by Zoila Moreira.
Well, thanks, Giselle. Ethical conduct toward practice and performance. This principle basically looks at and analyzes the do's and don'ts of the professional educator in the exercise of his duties, as stated by the code or ethics that regulates practice and performance in the field of impacting knowledge. The principal objectives are maintain the dignity of his profession and respect. Finally, that all functionaries obey the law of the profession and demonstrate professional integrity.
Okay, Zoila, I agree with you, but now we are going to listen another point of view by Jairo Mera.
Thanks, Giselle, for the presentation. I agree with different points talk about soil. For me, the professional educator must to maintain always the regularity in the class. He must to work together with the parents, and teacher, and student. This is a good point for improving the knowledge in each class. The professional educator must to follow the right way to explain about the classes or topics about for a better understanding of the students. The professional educator needs to improve always about the knowledge, because the technology advance every day. For that reason, the teacher needs to improve and learn more for learning their students.
Thanks, Jairo. Now we are going to know the point number 3 about the ethical conduct toward colleagues by my partner Angie Mead.
Okay, the principle number 2 is about ethical conduct toward professional colleagues. This point is very important because as all the teachers work together for the same objective, the same mission, the same vision too. And we have some points about this topic. For example, the first is keep the secrets. If I am a teacher, I never say the secrets of my colleagues because it is not professional. I need to keep the secrets. The second point is to never speak bad about my institution when I work or about my colleague or partner. It's very important that I can see something I keep because it is part of the values and the moral ethics. And the last point I had about the respect, show respect by my partner or by my institution when I work. I respect the ideology, the culture, because everybody has different culture and everybody needs respect too. For example, in a school when I work, and I had a teacher, he is African, he had different culture and I show respect for him because it's very important to be a great person and show respect, my values, my moral ethics. This is all about the principle number 2, keep separate, never say something that I can see, and respect. Respect for the ideology, values, and moral ethics. Giselle.
Thanks. We are ready for listening the last point, but it isn't the least important. This is the number 4, and it is insured by Jenny Acosta.
Okay, say thanks. And I'm going to speak about ethics conduct toward parents. Teachers strive to establish partnership with parents to support students' learning. A strong communication is fundamental to this partnership and to building a sense of community between home and school. In this changing time, teachers must continue to develop and explain their skill in order to maximize effective communication with parents. In today's society, schools and parents are responding to increased expectations, economic pressures, and time constraints. In these changing times, effective partnership between teacher and parents become even more essential to meet the needs of the children, cultivating the teacher-parents. Relationship is also considered vital to the development of school as learning communities.
Thanks. Now it's time for listen the last part of this topic.
Thank you, Giselle. According with this principle, a professional educator should follow the rules. It means that a professional educator has a responsibility into the class that involves in respecting their students, respect their cultures, their social, the personal and material values. For example, the characteristics as their way to speak, their nationality, for example, Ecuadorian, American, people from Europe, and another characteristic that I can say as example is the way to dress and their color too. Another is to promote the respect into the class, uh, letting know to the students the laws or the rules about ethical codes. And another point that I want to say is to work in team with directors, with students, knowing the rules and making know these important roles to know how to act into a classroom. Thank you.
I want to know your ideas about this topic, and then I'm start for this side of the table.
Okay, I think it's important to know the principles into an organization to differentiate between the right and wrong things into the school, and to have organization into it.
Thank you.
Well, in my opinion, the four principles are very important because an educator must find solution of any case of indiscipline. Another point, the professional educator are responsible to strive and maintain the dignity of his profession. And finally, the last point is this principle refer about the values, respect the tradition, culture, etc. It also refer to the relationship with the community and
Thank you, Zoila. Now is time for listening of this side of the table.
It is important to remember that these schools are our home, so we need to work as a brotherhood. As a teacher, we need to work for the same goal, and we have the same mission and vision.
If we apply each principle, our professional life will be better. Thank you very much. We hope that this presentation will be useful for you.